Two KDF soldiers who died in last month's el-adde ambush were buried in Kakamega today. Private Stephen Ngota Anjere, whose story we first highlighted when he went missing in action last month, was laid to rest in his Shinyalu home, and Corporal Martin Imbitsi, who had served KDF for 12 years. Earlier this week, Private Omari Olacho was also buried in the same county. Dorcas Wangira attended the burials and filed this report.
"29-year-old Private Stephen Ngota Anjere paid the ultimate price for his country at el-adde, Somalia, and for his last respects, the 21-gun salute, a customary military honor. On the 19th of January, when we first visited his home in Shinyalu, Kakamega, Stephen had been missing in action, his family deeply distressed. The information availed through the DOD and barracks in Eldoret was scanty. His mother and fiancé were keeping hope alive.
Nikaona tunaona Steve pengine atashuka hako. Nikaona hashuki. Steve siaoneko. Siani hurumiako tu mimi.
Tunaamini we have so many wenye wamepotelea msituni na sijui kama wanasaidiwa. But I know he's there. Sidhani kama amekufa.
A phone call 4 days later would clear the cloud of uncertainty hanging above their home. His mother was called to Nairobi to give a DNA sample to compare with his fingerprints. Thereafter, his father Ephraim Anjere would be called to the Memorial Hospital to identify his son. He tells us that he was cancelled before he identified the body, and at the time that had lapsed before the call from the army officials had killed their hope.
The time taken made us the hope to die, because it was too long. So you're asking yourself if they're in the forest, are they still surviving? They told me, you are going to see your child in the mortuary, so we are preparing you. I told them, on this planet Earth, you hope for the best, but you prepare for the worst. And in my prayer, I told God, I want you to give me two things. You give me my child when he's alive, I'll rejoice. You give me my child when he's dead, I'll rejoice. And that's exactly what God did.
The account given to them was that Stephen was felled by a single gunshot. His face was disfigured when they received his body. Stephen had no other desire but joining the army, and any outcome could have been expected.
We are very painful for the death of our brother. Our brother died bitterly. I asked the president generously to remove our KDF from Somalia. Msichana mdogo alisema, nilimuuliza nani amelala pale, akasema hiyo ni Steve na amekufa na ameungua. Kijana wangu mkubwa naye akasema mimi siwezi enda jeshi, nitakufa kama Steve.
As families continue to bury their sons, it is still unclear the exact number of KDF officers who died in the el-adde ambush. The family of Stephen Ngota Anjere has closure for their son, but they wonder how many more are still in anguish. This same day, Corporal Martin Imbitsi, who had served with KDF since 2003, was also laid to rest. Monday this week, Private Omari Olacho was buried in this county. Anjere's father is proud of his son. He has closure at least, and hopes that what he has mined from his own experience can encourage the parents of other fallen soldiers.
No, my son didn't die in vain. He died defending Kenya. He didn't die in vain.
Dorcas Wangira, KTN News, Kakamega.